Ruthy Froch and I play Hodel.
Ma'am?
I'm Ruthy Froch, I play Hodel.
Matchmaker, matchmaker,
Natalie, Mel, and Ruthy play the roles of the older daughters who want to marry for love against their father's attempt to use a matchmaker.
Playing with matches, a girl can get burned.
This story has happened time and time again to several different groups of people. So if you're not Jewish, if you come from a different background, no matter where you are, who you are, we really bring the audience into this story of what it means to be a refugee.
The story really is timeless, and it's something that, you know, has happened time after time in different ways to different groups of people. It really also is a story about young women deciding things for themselves in a community and a tradition that didn't normally allow that. And I think for me, like, being Jewish and being able to celebrate that, I think that's really important.
To this minute I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good.
So Ruthy, and Ruthy, you've been in some pretty good productions, and the movie Gotti.
I was, yeah.
Which is super exciting. So this show centers around a Jewish family. You are Jewish.
Yes, I am.
So what does this show mean to you specifically?
I mean, to be able to tell a story about being Jewish and being proud of being Jewish has only illuminated that for me in my own life. And it really is just such a privilege to share such a timeless story that means so much to me and so many people. I think that really the cities have loved our show, which is just so meaningful.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match, find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match.
So what about this show has stood the test of time?
I mean, it really is a timeless story. I think that, you know, unfortunately, history does repeat itself, and it still has relevance. No matter how many times it's done, no matter how many times you see it, you connect to a different person, and you're reminded of this beautiful message of tradition and family, and that our world is ever-changing, and that acceptance and honoring the past but charging towards the future is also very important.
Ruthy, your character is one of the more feminist characters, whereas the other women will ask their dad if they can marry. Your character says, I'm marrying this guy.
Yeah.
So how does the feminism, real quick, we're running out of time, how does the feminism play into this?
Well, I think that you see the inciting incident for these three women, which I think is highlighted very beautifully in our production, in particular, is Matchmaker, where, you know, arranged marriage is the tradition. And, you know, I think with asking for what you want is highlighted differently for each daughter. For mine in particular, I think that she sees the world a little differently, and she sees that through her love interest, which is Perchik. And I think that the revolutionary spirit is really alive through all three. And you really just watch three young women find the power of their voices to ask for what they want, regardless of the repercussions, which I think is very important in 2020.
Fantastic, I love it.
It really is, and it's such a timeless and important story, so it's so awesome that we get to go to so many different places and tell it and experience different audiences, and it's really just such a dream.
But for those who don't know kind of the plot of the show, take us through, what's the show about?
Yeah, so Fiddler on the Roof focuses on a family in 1905 Russia in a village called Anatevka. And it focuses on Tevye the dairyman and his 5 daughters. And it really is a story about family and tradition and love. And you see that through Tevye and his 3 daughters and fighting tradition and the changing world.
But I fall in love with a radical who comes to town, which is very rebellious. But I think through him she finds the work that she's always wanted to do, which I think is very, you know, for that time period, for a woman to be like, I want to do this.
It is
very a big statement.
It was revolutionary, absolutely.
Yeah.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match, find me a find, catch me a catch.
How has life prepared you to play Hodel?
But I think, honestly, my whole life has been gearing me to play this role and be in Fiddler on the Roof.
Honestly, though, I think at this point we know everybody's
That-
lines.
well, 200 and some odd.
And it's theatrical.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
You know, it's
we have those big production numbers, and I think for kids, you know, to be mesmerized by, you know, our sets and what we're doing, and I do think it's such an important story, especially
I grew up in Calabasas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So right up the 101.
Right in there, yeah.
I would imagine you must have a lot of friends and family that want tickets.
Yes, lots of fans in the audience. No, it's really been such a dream come true, and I'm so grateful to be home.
Rabbi's son. Why not? We only have one rabbi, and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best? Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no